The stage one is the passive stage. So if we can do the passive stage well, means the mind can move into the state of passivity easily, then the mind withdraws itself. Passive stage is by knowledge, by understanding, by awareness. Why? Because lot of challenges comes from the mind, not easily resolved if we do not have a proper understanding. So eyes are closed, and first I say the place of the body. Place. Place means the space around the body. So when we see the space around the body, we are keeping the mind from the world of objects, people, time, etc. So that sort of understanding should be there. We cannot bypass the time by any practice, only the knowledge can do it. And then the position of the body. Position of the body. So check the position, obviously in relationship to the mind, impulses, thoughts, and habits. So even the position of the body remains steady. That is a good point. So I can understand you are more an intellectual guy. So intellect can keep the body steady, and that is a good point. So you are communicating with meditation. That is very important. Otherwise, otherwise the mind becomes the master in meditation and destroys it. And then the posture, position and the posture. And that is where we discover being comfortable. So, being comfortable and carefree. So, in being comfortable, we look at the entire body from the top of the head to the toes. Comfortable. So, in being comfortable, we have sensation at physical level, comfort at mental, and steadiness at deeper level of consciousness. We know clearly body cannot be made steady because it's constantly moving, because it is a matter, because it is matter, constantly changing. So that steadiness in the body comes from deeper and a higher consciousness. Like this, I'm sitting in my home, but earth is moving. So that movement of the earth does not create any false I. Very subtle point. So sensation is there, the comfort is there, and steadiness is there. Now being carefree. So in being carefree, what I said, okay, look into the space inside your forehead. Look at the space inside the forehead. Then watch thought, feeling are wandering like the birds in the sky. Or lane one. You can pick up the lane one is the space. Lane two are the thoughts. And the lane three, take it as emotions and feeling. The what changes and what do not changes. We are aware of it. This lane one does not change, but the lane two and the three are changing all the time. So we just sit for a while and we keep watching this thought process. We just recognize is a lane one. Okay. So when any thought takes your mind away, you simply recognize the lane one. That is enough. We are still in the stage one of the passive state steps. And now we will have an understanding or knowledge or awareness of the knower and the known. How simple it is. I say I have a pain, I have a pleasure, I like this, I dislike this, I am sleeping, I am waking. Oh, the I is a common factor. So the mind seldom becomes aware of this I, and it is more aware of the objects outside. Yes. So that we have broken into the six neighbors. Neighbor number one, the world outside. So simply you are aware of the space just outside your body. After the space, there is a word, there is a word of time, objects, people, relationship, your home where you are practicing meditation, the temperature there. You see so many feelings and thoughts pertains to the word. But only the I-ness or the knower knows all. A separation, or you simply say that is what we say the higher awareness. I am aware not only of myself but also I am aware of the knower and the known. That is the word outside. So we are settling the mind by understanding. Let us move to the second neighbor, the physical body. Physical body. I am aware of the body. I am aware of the body. That is enough. But then we go, I am aware of the physical body. I am the knower, image of the body, feeling of the body, sitting pose of the body. You see how the mind works. So, I am knower, and the known are the feeling, position, maybe the steadiness, size, sensation in the body. That is our second neighbor. One thing should be clear that the neighbor is not me. That is why I use the word neighbor. Third neighbor is the energy, breath. But even to go back to the second neighbor, how the second neighbor drives me nuts. From the nature, nature creates birth and the death of the body. Cannot be changed. Whatever mind does, mind creates fear, failure, and frustration. with the body. Take simple example. Fear of birth or death is one thing, regulated by nature. But the thought of the fear is the problem. Why it comes? Because of attachment. So that level of awareness should be there. Now, the energy part. So when we see the energy part, it has nature creates hunger and thirst. That is so simple. But then what the mind does? Mind says hunger is there, but what I like can only meet my hunger. That creates a problem. So we are just aware, keep looking at the breath, you're aware of the breath, the flow of the breath, and that is a reference point. We are not going to, so that we discover if the mind changes its state. And then the fourth neighbor brings pain and pleasure by dual experience of profit and loss, victory and defeat, etc. etc. So they are experienced here. So when the mind divides dual experiences, mind always runs after what is pleasure, what is victory, and then attachment, etc. etc. So that is the role of the mind. So we have already understood mind is the worst master. How? So we know, knower of the mind. I am knower of the mind. That leads to variety of experiences. Now the I-ness and the intellect is the fifth neighbor. Now you see how the previous four neighbors are connected to this. What is the intellect here? It creates likes and dislikes. Likes and dislikes with I, or you can say the false I. After all, there is a I thought, then intellect recognizes it is me as I thought. Then this I thought likes or dislikes, and then all the previous four neighbors are caught in impurity, projection, and ignorance. So they all together forms the sixth neighbor. That is what is known as the causal body. So why we are acclimatizing the mind about the six neighbors? So whenever any experience or awareness of these neighbors enters in our mind, we are aware that we are the knower, we are not the known. Then what after the six neighbors? Because we have yet to realize, so we take the help of Mangalacharan. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve bhavantu sukhina. And the mind translates that let everyone be happy, as if I am giving happiness to all. So that comes from the fifth neighbor. So we remove that. We remove that doubt, as if I am giving happiness to all. No, we need to remove that delusion. How to remove? By knowledge. What is that knowledge? We say happiness is the essential nature, and that is one trait of real self and of all beings. So, what I'm saying to the mind that I am located beyond the six neighbors, and that is happiness. So, the same with all beings. Same with all beings. What it means? All waves are water. All beings of shape and the size or limited mind or intellect belong to six neighbor. But one thing is common, that is happiness. You just sit every day, and just the stage one, you will find the stage one is very important. Survey, okay, so it is the water, not the waves. It is not the shape, size of the living beings, of the human beings, or relations. Okay. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve santu niramaya. Sarve santu niramaya. What it means, may there be, everyone should be healthy, in the state of well-being. Now you see that the state of well-being, when we say well-being, wellness to six neighbors by the being is the real self. So you see the knower is the being part, and wellness belongs to all the six neighbors as such. सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु सर्वे bhadrani pashyan. The way, that is how I'm giving the instructions. So once you remember all this, even during the day, you can pick up these, you can pick up uh, this passive stage, and you can start thinking even uh, during the day, whatever you are doing. It will help you. Sarve Bhadrani Pashyantu means everyone should be blessed. I am alive because of the grace and the blessing. Nature has created this body and it will take this body. At present, I am alive. So, this is a blessing. The breath is going on. This is a blessing. I'm able to eat and drink, and oh, why it happens? We are expanding the mind by grace, by grace we are expanding the mind. Why? To lose its status of being a master. Again, where we are going? We are becoming aware of the knower and the known. See, with reference to six neighbors, I am the knower and the known. But that knower was not clear, so here we use the mantra to help the mind to understand. You see, it's all about knowledge, the awareness. Knowledge is awareness. And then sarve ma kaschid dukha bhag bhavid ma kaschid दुख भाग भवेत् मा कश्चित् dukh bhag bhavet. It means that I should be free from fear, pain, and the frustration in the presence of the knower of the nature of happiness, well-being, and grace and the blessing. Make it very clear. That is how we need to understand these mantras. The more you will think and think of it, it will help you to move deeper. And one day, what will happen? You will remain absorbed into that state. The mind stopped going outside, and then you need not to follow the practice again, the other practice, because you are already absorbed. So, stage 2 is the active stage. So, what we do, we add pratyahara. Pratyahara means the withdrawal of the senses. We use the breathing to purify the mind. We also use asana as steadiness of the body to gather the scattered mind. We also use the endurance in the breathing. Endurance, or you see that the diksha we have done in the six treasures. What happens? It results into faith in the journey. So look inside the forehead in the space. Start mantra Om Namah Shivaya. Om is like a space, so you are still there looking the space. Namaha. Namah is all six neighbors that creates the false I. Previously, we were understanding Namaha means I am not. So I am not, or what I am, what I have, what I possess belongs to you. So here we take a gentle stand. And Shiva, thought image of Shiva in the space. So we check if the mind continues its awareness and attention on the space with thought image, mantra. So this is, and at the same time, we start breathing long and hissing, not very fast, long and hissing into the chest. So expansion and contraction or squeezing of the rib cage takes place. Check there is an expansion of the ribs and contraction of the ribs. So we are not doing very fast, but there is a little hissing sound. And we find not forceful but long and deep breathing. Continue. You check there is an expansion of all the ribs and there is a squeezing of all the ribs. With Om Namah Shivaya, And now stop this. So in the first round, stop it and just check how nature takes our breath to normal. So there is a flow of the breath of both the nostrils and experiences, maybe experience of tingling, uh, numbness, or maybe little dizziness or freshness or vision or color. Yeah, let it happen. And now we will move into the second round of the same breathing into the chest. Start breathing and start dropping Om Namah Shivaya deep inside the forehead. The same expansion and squeezing. Normally, in the third round, the we have beautiful experiences. Today we'll be doing only the 3 rounds of the chest breathing, and we will understand what happens. And stop it again, return to the flow of the breath. Just the flow of the breath plus the experience, the changes in the experience, because it is an active step. So it's a good idea that we should pay attention to the flow of the breath. Why is a reference point? Be very clear to every step. It's just a uh, so that reference point helps us that if the mind is going anywhere, we bring it on the flow of the breath. Now we will go for the third round. Start chanting Om Namah Shivaya at the space inside the forehead in the stillness of the body, and then start breathing. Remember, you expand your ribs completely. Inhalation, in exhalation, you squeeze all the ribs. Why? Expand and squeeze. The rib cage only. Why? And that is, even though it is not required, but I'm saying there are chemoreceptors and peripheral receptors. chemoreceptors and the peripheral receptors, they are stimulated and they bring changes to the nervous system, leads to variety of experiences in the state of calmness of the mind. So our goal is complete calmness, means complete sama and the dhamma. Yes, regulated breathing from the point you start inhaling or exhaling until you complete. There is a equal force, so we are not, it's not faster, but it's a more or less the pattern of the breathing, long, deep, and the hissing. Now stop this, pay attention to the flow of the breath, and with that flow of the breath, change in your experiences. In that change of your experience, we drop the mantra. Now we have sama, dhamma, titiksha we have already done. We have the faith and the calmness of the mind. So almost all the six treasures are there. We have our viveka and vairagya also. So in that state, start mantra dropping again inside the forehead with a little ease. Little ease means or a pause. Om, pause, namaha, pause, shivaya, pause so you can see the thought image clearly. And then again, Om Namaha Shivaya. Om Namaha Shivaya. So check that you are giving. So what we did today, we prepared ourselves deeply. We prepared ourselves deeply, and So that is what our masters also guide, that when we have a preparatory steps fully understood, it is very easy to continue to drop Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. You can find out that there is no objection coming from the mind. We clearly see this image, so that will help us to go rise in awareness. Om Namah Shivaya. We can even find out how many times the mind is distracted and we return. Why we return? Because of all the six treasures, including Viveka and Vairagya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. And we can also continue in this state so, as compared to the other practices that we did, we will come to know by preparing in a stronger way helps us to continue the state, and you want to remain as continue, that will help us to observe and analyze the changes taking place. So I'm not concluding the meditation in the recording, that you continue, so you don't know even how much time has passed.